I'm Andrew Gaspar.
Then...
I am Andrew Gaspar. I am the founder of the Committee to Save Our Lenox Hill Neighborhood, a group that opposes this project. Many of our members and friends are here tonight, which shows you the fervor which we feel. My wife and I live across the street from Lenox Hill. Our windows face the hospital. Our 4 children were all born there. I've had 2 surgeries, 1 ambulance visit to the emergency room, and far too many visits to excellent doctors at Lenox Hill. So I think I'm intimately aware of the urgent need to upgrade its facilities and services and to the standards enjoyed by nearby competitors. We had wonderful slides on what they plan to do, none of which had anything to do with variances, and we approved those plans. But the proposed plans to totally replace the entire block on which the hospital currently occupies with a mammoth structure that dwarfs every building around us and proposes carving out space to build a 41-story residential tower is burdensome to the neighborhood, will impose a decade of construction, dust and noise, create safety concerns and upheaval, to build a facility that cannot thrive in the space provided and is not necessary. We oppose
this room. I ask you to hold the applause. At the end, we'll ask for some response.
We oppose the granting of any zoning variances whatsoever, and we oppose the planned construction in its current form. Let me explain the reasons for our opposition. First, we want to preserve the unique and historical character of our residential neighborhood. Park Avenue is not just another street in New York. It is so iconic as to have a name synonymous with luxury and sophistication. That is why this thoroughfare and the buildings surrounding it have been named as a historic district and are included in the National Registry of New York City landmarks. Northwell wants to reap millions of dollars from selling off a quarter of the land for a private developer to construct an outside residential tower on Park Avenue. This site has been a medical institution serving public needs for over a century. No private developer could get a 41-story tower approved on this section of Park Avenue. Why should Northwell?
Yes.
This parcel was carved out of Park Avenue's historic district because it was a hospital. It will no longer be a hospital. If it will no longer be a hospital, it should be returned to the historic district where zoning regulations prohibit anything taller than 210 feet. Those proposed towers are going to cast shadows as far away as Central Park. Northwell's decision to sell off its southwest corner for commercial development reduces the land available for hospital facilities by at least 25% and forces a massing that dwarfs the rest of the neighborhood. Don't sell the land, Northwell. Use your power as a $12 billion company to fund the project yourself, as your peers have done. Find donors, sell bonds, reinvest your profits, but do not sell Lenox Hill's birthright. If you can find a way to pay your CEO $15 million a year, you can figure out how to finance this development without the sale of land, and please redesign Lenox Hill Hospital on a scale that fits with our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Second, we want to ensure the safety and health of our residents, school children, and the general public during construction and thereafter. The proposed development of Lenox Hill Hospital site will more than double the existing hospital space and will significantly increase ambulance traffic, truck deliveries, staff and patients visits through the site. The infrastructure of our neighborhood simply cannot support an expansion on this scale. Although the hospital will more than double its space, the surrounding streets will not be expanded. There is insufficient traffic flow for ambulances, patient drop-offs, delivery trucks, and normal traffic today. That results in continual horn blowing and truck idling noises 24 hours a day, every day. And if you think that traffic in the neighborhood is bad now, wait until congestion pricing forces cars and trucks wishing to enter Midtown to seek garages and transfer points north of 60th Street. Congestion pricing will be in effect in 18 months. Our traffic will explode, and this project will make a bad situation absolutely impossible. Lenox Hill must provide parking for its patients, staff, and visitors. Speaking of parking, the current proposal includes no plans for parking facilities. None. In fact, they are taking away one of the few garages in the neighborhood. Happens to be my garage on 75th Street. The proposed loading docks for trucks and ambulance drop-off bays are not drive-through, so that they will stop traffic each and every time one of them backs out of the premises. We have lots of photos showing trucks idling for hours on Park Avenue waiting to unload, and ambulance stoppages clogging 77th Street up to 100 times a day. What is the impact on public transit in the area, such as subway and bus service? The subway station at 77th and Lex already suffers from overcrowding. The Northwell proposal adds an elevator to the downtown subway station. We need something on the upside sign. And Northwell has done nothing in 9 years. It has owned Lenox Hill to deal with the traffic flow, and that doesn't seem to give a damn now either. This community must consider the impact on the health of the neighborhood residents and school children who attend the many schools, churches, and synagogues in the immediate vicinity of traffic hazards, increased air pollution, loss of sunlight, and other environmental risks. To date, we have seen no environmental study nor traffic studies, and any such studies should be performed by an independent agent, not one that Northwell picks. I will wind up. Northwell has proposed an 8 to 10 year construction period throughout which the hospital will continue to operate. An extended period like that places an unreasonable burden on our residential neighborhood. The Second Avenue subway has provided us with ample evidence of the damage to retailers and residential property owners after a decade of construction. Any approval must include safeguards and restrictions during construction that ensure our safety and enjoyment by neighbors and residents. And finally, we want a full disclosure of Northwell's health plans for development in our neighborhood. We and our government officials charged with reviewing the proposal for development need a full, clear, and complete picture of their plans. There are 5 other parcels of land, and this is the first time today that they have even discussed these other 5. It's a little bit incredulous to us that the Third Avenue site, which is being demolished and is fully financed, has no architectural plans. We think that Northwell has been secretive and non-transparent, hoping that no voices will be raised if they stay under the radar. We have bad news for Northwell. The neighborhood has woken up.
Question, or is it just a statement?
So, we think that the proposed plan would be a disaster for our neighborhood, and we oppose it. We have organized ourselves as the Committee to Save Our Lenox Hill Neighborhood. We are a not-for-profit entity, and we invite anyone here throughout our neighborhood to join us in this fight and to donate to it. We are reaching out to our neighbors' block associations, its schools, churches and synagogues, retailers, hotels, civic institutions, and yes, even to competing hospitals in an attempt to stop this plan. And to everyone here tonight, in the back of the room, we have some handouts. Please look at the fact sheets. Come and help us. We welcome your support. Please join us.
Limit their comments or a question to 2 minutes.